Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another Toy News live cast update. I actually talked about this last night in a stream I was doing, but there were technical issues with that, and some more figures have been revealed today. So I want to just kind of talk about that again. Of course, it is Masters of the Universe. And if you hear screeching in the background, it's close to 5 o'clock, and my cockatoo and macaw might be wanting dinner here pretty soon. So you may hear them in the background, FYI. So first thing I want to kind of cover. Now, this was shared by Pixel Dan, actually. He had received an image from Mattel through his email, and they had put this out, and they're doing some reveals this week. I'm presuming they're going to do a few different batches of reveals. So this they sent out last week, I think. I want to say like Friday he posted this. So go to Pixel Dan's YouTube page, go to his Facebook page. I found it on his Facebook page. And so this was an image that they put out, kind of a teaser image. And looking at these figures, these are for, I believe, Masterverse. These were Masterverse teases. Well, 2 streams in a row. Yes, 2 streams in a row. This was an update from last night. I kind of talked about this a little bit, but that stream got screwed up, so I figured we'd go ahead and talk about it again and get this information out. Plus, we got some new figure releases today. So, but yeah, so these are for the Masterverse, and obviously this one is MOTU 2000X He-Man. You can tell by the sword right there. So that's undoubtedly that. New Masters of the Universe toy line. Masterverse, it's not a new toy line, but we're getting new figures in the line. So the Masterverse figures are kind of their, I don't know, Marvel Legends or Transformers Masterpiece. Like they really kind of go along the lines of the old Mattel Classics line is what they really kind of remind me. It's what they did the Revelation figures in. It's that line. So we're getting new figures for that line. 2000X He-Man. This is obviously going to be Sunman. What was it? The Sun Lords or the Masters of the Sun, whatever that line was called. Back in the 80s, the lady was either an attorney. I want to say she was either an attorney or a professor. I can't remember, but her son, it was a black family, and her son had asked why there weren't any black He-Man toys back in the 80s. This is back when I was a kid, so this guy's got to be about my age. And this was before like Clamp Champ and Jitsu and a lot of the minority characters started coming around. And he said, hey, where's the black characters? And she teamed up with someone, and I can't remember the whole story, but they created the whole Sunman and all those characters. And Mattel, I think, purchased all that property here recently because they're adding Sunman and all those characters into the line. I've actually got my retail Sunman on order with Big Bad Toy Store. They revealed him at PowerCon. So this is obviously going to be the Masterverse version of him. You can tell by that sword. That's his sword, and he's got the wings, and he's kind of got the flat top haircut. Obviously, that's Sunman. Down in the corner, that's Beastman. That's going to be, looks to me like a 2000X Beastman. Kind of has that hunched over look that the 2000X had. This is Teela. I think this is going to be the animation, Filmation Teela. And the reason I say that, it's got the high cut collar, but I don't think that it's the goddess snake armor, because this looks like hair, not a snake helmet. So I don't think that's the snake armor. I think this is the Filmation high cut outfit with the hair, and then she's got the sword. The snake armor always has the snake staff, like that goddess armor. Put the infinite power of the sun to work and save. So I think this is the Filmation Teela, is my guess. And then in the right-hand corner, Obviously, this is jitsu. You can tell with the karate chop hand, but the boots aren't right. They don't match what Jitsu's boots were back in the day, and it looks like he's got samurai armor. So I think they made some changes to him, which we'll talk about here pretty soon. So these are my guesses of these: 2000X Beastman, Jitsu. I think that's Filmation Tila, 2000X He-Man, and then that's Sunman. All the Masterverse line. So then coming over to the Masters of the Universe Instagram page, we've got. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Can I make that bigger? I guess not. On the Masters of the Universe Instagram page, new origin heroes and then one villain. So the Origins line is not done. A lot of people have speculated that was coming to an end. It is not, apparently. So we've got a bunch of new figures. So let's take a look at these. First up, this is Digitron from Rulers of the Sun. That was the name of the group, Rulers of the Sun. So this is, let's say, Digitron. He's the Asian mathematical genius, I think is what he was. It looks like he's got 2117, 2117. I don't know what the significance to those numbers are, but he's got the numbers on there. He's got the crab staff that he had back in the day. So that's kind of interesting. And then we've got the ninja guy, and this guy was, what was his name? Hang on. We pulled this up. Me and Alex Lemons pulled this up last night. So Rulers of the Sun characters, images. Where's that sheet that shows? Here we go. Shows all the characters. Open image in a new tab. All right, so let's bring this tab over and take a look. Space Sumo, Telekinetic Ninja. Digitino was the other guy's name. Ninjor. No, it's Space Sumo. So I don't know why Sumo. But it appears that his mask comes off, according to this. So that's kind of cool. Interesting. Colors look right. So that's kind of cool. And this is Pig. Is it Pigman? Is that his name? Pighead. Pighead is that guy's name. He's like the only villain. Looking at these guys, he's the only villain in the group. It's a bunch of humans, and when that was something that Alex had brought up, that this line probably would have done better if they had more monsters for them to battle, because all the people are good. So you got Sunman, Digitino, Space Sumo. This is Boltman. There's electrical bolts. And then let's see the other characters. You had Duplisso. He was a duplicator, like standard white blonde dude. Then you had Hypno, psychic hypnotist with a hypnotic lollipop and aluminum foil bird. Zapman, I like his armor. I like the way he looks. Micro laser specialist. And he's got wrist. I guess those are zappies. And then Kickto, expert kickboxer. He's got little throwing stars all over the place. And then Holographo, the futuristic scientist. Get that guy. I remember him. You moved you moved him back and forth, and his chest plate had like a holographic gimmick to it. So yeah. So there's those guys. So there's Pighead, the bad guy. Then we get King Randor. We knew this was coming. Fact, Randor, I didn't really realize this, but Randor has the same armor that Jitsu has. Same exact armor. It's just painted different. Like Jitsu's got the red up here, and then Jitsu also has all the other parts are painted gold on his armor. So yeah, basically the same buck as Jitsu, different hands. And then we're going to get a 2-pack with Tila and Zoar. Do you guys call him Zoar or Zor? I guess it would be her because the sorceress turned into Zoar. I always said Zoar because that's what they said in the Filmation cartoon. But I've also heard it pronounced Zor. So, and has the repainted whiplash spear. Yes. Oop. No, it's not what I want. I want to go back in here. Here we go. Yes, Randor does have the repainted spear. This is definitely one I want to get just for Zoar. I had this as a kid. And it looks like they repainted Tila, added gold paint. I feel like that was orange paint before. So they added gold to kind of bring her more of the Filmation look, maybe? I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. So yeah, there's that. Here's the 2000X He-Man. I wish they would have put paint on his sword. The blue paint on the sword. But he's got the proper buckler, the sword. I wonder if it twists. It kind of looks like it might. Look right there. I wonder if it twists. He doesn't have the red paint on his harness, though. It's just brown. He's got his battle axe, new head sculpt. He's got the dark brown everywhere. You could probably turn this into a Wonder Bread Man, Wondar. Be kind of cool if they actually did that. But yeah, that's interesting. That's cool. I hope that they do the 1987 movie figures. I'd like to see a He-Man, a Duncan, Tila, Gwildor, all the bad guys. With what was the lizard's name? Lizard or God, I can't think of his name. I'd like to see him. Evil Lyn, Beastman, Skeletor in the black robe, and then Skeletor in the gold armor. All of that would be super cool. You could do one of Skeletor's troops. So yeah, all right. There's Sunman. That's the one that's coming out retail wise. And then Karg. Karg was the little white dude with the fur, and he had the hooks, right? And then Blade was the sword dude. Yeah, Blade had the two swords. And then Sorod. Was it Sorod was the lizard guy? Sorod, something like that. He was cool. I had him as a kid. He had Sparks, I think, that came out. And then this was revealed today. We get new villains in the Masterverse line. So 2 of the Masterverse reveals from Pixel Dan are here. So we've got Jitsu and Beastman in the lineups here. I believe that's Beastman. We'll look. And then we've got a few other ones. This is very interesting. The Netflix CGI Skeletor in a Masterverse setting, which I'm not complaining. It looks cool. If you've not seen the CGI He-Man on Netflix, it's hilarious. It's fun. It's way more in the spirit of He-Man than that Revelation crap show was. I highly recommend this He-Man show. It's a lot of fun. Kids love it. And as an old, Filmation He-Man fan, I really, really do like it. Skeletor is hilarious as a villain. He reminds me of a bit of the Joker. So yeah, so we got these guys in. I was right about the samurai armor on this guy. So that's cool. So yeah, let's take a look here. Skeletor. This looks really, really nice. I don't have my Skeletors in here. They're in the other room. We get double jointed elbows. Looks like he's going to have a twist up here at this arm. A twist and a hinge at the wrist, which would be nice. This sculpt, I mean, it doesn't look too drastically different than what we got on the CGI show. Revelation Skeletor is voiced by Mark Hamill. He is, yes, and that's all I hear is Batman the Animated Series Joker when I hear that. Skeletor was one of the better parts of that show. For that show was pretty much crap, but they did have some good bits in it. And then they rewrote it at the end to write out, oh, what was the new girl's name? She was supposed to be Tila's lesbian love interest. The little black girl that became the new Man at Arms. Oh, I can't think of her name. I liked that character. I thought she was pretty cool. I just thought it was stupid they were trying to make her and Tila a couple, and then the fans exploded at the first half, and they rewrote the end of the show. Andra, yes, Andra. Yeah, she's a good character, but they totally rewrote her at the end of the show because the fans exploded, and you could tell because her story arc just fizzled out of nowhere. Like they dropped her in the last few episodes to hardly anything, and then all of a sudden she's the new Man at Arms, like out of nowhere. And then they hook Tila up with Prince Adam at the end, those two holding hands and realizing they love each other because they knew the fans were like pissed off, which kind of sucks for that Andra character because she had promise. I liked her as a decent character. Anyway, back to this. So we got the black with the kind of energy cracks in here. That looks cool. I like that. Double jointed knees. We get a lot of paint detail on the feet, which is cool. Detail you really don't see in the 5.5-inch figure with the snake boots, so that's kind of cool. I like the chain coming off of the Havoc staff and wrap around Skeletor's arm there. He's got his little nails painted there, so that's kind of cool. Although you would think the nails should be this neon yellow that the bones here are. I don't know. And then the Havoc staff has a lot more paint apps to it. Looks cool. Very surprised to see this as a Masterverse. Doesn't look bad. Looks pretty cool. Have to say, just a little surprised. And then here we have the Beastman. So looks like he's got a lot of accessories here. So he's got an alternate. This looks like an alternate headdress with actual fur. Well, not real fur, but cloth goods. He's got his bat with the spikes in it, and it looks like some kind of helmet, animal helmet. I don't know what that is. He's got his whip. So looking at, okay, so it looks like this Beastman's got the soft goods fur on here in that silhouette because look at these spikes and then the fur itself. Yep, so that has to be the soft goods, and then he doesn't have the footy pieces on here, so there's like other parts I bet that are going to add on there, so that's interesting. I like his little cloth piece there. That looks pretty cool. That's a good looking Beastman. And I don't know, is this the Revelation Beastman before he gets the shave job and the mohawk that we see in episode 1? Is that who that's supposed to be? I feel like it is because of this piece here on his cloth. I feel like that's who that's supposed to be. I don't know. Interesting. And then and then maybe this goes over the head to make him the beast, the battle beast that the sorceress, Evil-Lyn sorceress makes him into in Revelation. Maybe that's it. I don't know, but it's a good looking figure. I like it. I like it a lot. And then we get, this is from She-Ra. This is is it Katara? Katara? I can't never remember. She was I always remember that from She-Ra. So she was, and this is kind of the classic She-Ra look. She's got the cat shield. I remember she would put the visor down and she could go into a cat form on the show. Bedazzle says Catra. Yeah, that sounds right. Catra. They made her and didn't they make her and She-Ra some kind of weird couple in the Netflix 2000 current year reboot She-Ra? Something lame like that. So I mean that looks pretty good. It'd be kind of nice to see her without the helmet. And then we get a Hordak. This looks really cool. I like the way that looks. Hopefully he gets some other accessories to switch out his hands. He's got his bow like he did in the Filmation toy, the original toy. With like an energy. That's kind of cool. A little red energy bolt and throwback. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. He's got very flat feet, which he did in the show. Very nice. Very Filmation-esque. Bright blues, like in Filmation. I like the cloth cape. That looks cool. I think the Filmation style Super 7 figures are making a comeback. Nice. Oh, Hordak does come with some alternate pieces, so that's cool. So he's got alternate hands. He's got the grippy hand. And then he's got his gun. That's the big. I remember him doing that all the time. He always had he would turn his arm into a blaster. So that's cool. And then he's got his horde shield. So that's cool. And then he comes with a blaster effect for his blaster arm. Where's Imp? Yeah, that was his little sidekick, right? That thing reminded me of Salacious Crumb with Jabba the Hutt. Yeah, he was a little comic relief sidekick. Interesting. And then we have Jitsu here. This is very interesting. So yeah, I was right about the samurai type armor. They added that around his belt. That looks super sick. I do like that. He's got his karate hand. It looks like he's got a muzzle trap. This is weird. This is very interesting. Very Japanese-esque dragon teeth. That's kind of cool. And then they made his armor. They did a little more detail on the armor to make it look more kind of dragon-esque. That's kind of cool. I like that. And I like the samurai style plates. That's super sick. He's got his sword. He's got his little ponytail up in a top knot type of thing. That's pretty cool. Oh, and all these pieces come off. That's neat. He's got an alternate hand. He looks very sad without all of his stuff. Poor guy. Yeah, that's pretty sick. I like that. And then I also saw somewhere, so on this page, no, let me see if I can find it. I swear I saw a new here we go. There's a new yes. That's it. Let me see if I can find the others. I swear we saw King Grayskull. And Evil Lyn as the sorceress. And there's that. Where was it? That we saw those figures. think these are the Power Con. Yeah. Let's see. These are from Power Con. So new core figures. All right, let's bring this over. All right. So this was from PowerCon. We got a new Sunman. Yeah, that's the Sunman exclusive. Let's make this bigger. So Sunman, we already knew about. We're getting a retail version of him. Yes. These figures have already come out. These figures are getting ready to come out. I've got the anti-eternity He-Man already ordered. I kind of like that trap jaw. That looks pretty cool. Clawful. Yeah, we've already seen these starting to appear. I've got this guy, picked him up at Walmart. These are cool. So we're getting Wondar in the Origins line, so that's pretty awesome. Wonder Bread Man. I can't remember this guy's name. Goodness, I can't think of this guy's name to save my life. And then there's the Trap Jaw, Triclops. I guess we're getting him. Merman and the proper Tila in the Masterverse lines. I didn't care for this version. It'd be nice if we get an alternate head for this Merman. That'd be cool. And the armor. This is the Tila. It looks better. I feel like if they would have just left Tila with this hairstyle in Revelation, it would have been a lot better. Personally, we've seen these guys as well. These are starting to hit shelves. This is pretty sick. Koldar, yes, that is who the guy with the horns. You're correct. And then King Grayskull. He's got the two halves of the swords. So that's kind of cool. Still not a fan that they changed his race, but whatever. Kind of cool they brought him in. Be nice to have some of those other champions in there as well. And then another Revelation He-Man. New Eternity He-Man. That's the Viking He-Man, I believe. And then we're going to get a She-Ra. And then, the CGI He-Man to go with the Skeletor. That's kind of cool. Yeah, this is new Eternia stuff. We've seen these pics before. The Viking He-Man and Skeletor. Skeletor looks pretty awesome, I have to say. I am a fan of that. Yeah, we've seen all this. I've reviewed a lot of these figures already. Loved how the Pain Thor motorcycle showed up in the CGI show. That was awesome. Still have not gotten that set there. All right, so there's that. Do we have somewhere I saw, and I can't remember where it was, the sorceress. See if I can find it. I saw somewhere with her in the bat costume a figure image of that, and I can't find it to save my life now. Man, I don't know where it was at. I don't know. I can't find it now. But I did see that that one's coming as well, so that should be coming pretty soon. Koldar is one of these characters who only appeared in one episode, which was Double Trouble. Yep. Yeah, there were a lot of characters like that. Like the bunny guy, he was like that. The giant dragon. Man, there were a lot of them like that. They only appeared like in one. The bat dude. Um, he was only in one of them. So yeah. So definitely fun, definitely interesting. New stuff coming around. Very fun, very exciting. So a lot of new stuff from Masters of the Universe. I think we're going to see a ton of stuff get released this year because the licensing agreements go back to because Mattel had actually sold the MOTU rights to Universal, I guess, a while back, and they had the exclusive to continue to make them while they still own them. Batros, yes, Batros. Yep. So this is the last year that MOTU is going to be under the Mattel brand exclusively. I believe, though, they have extended because at this point, when it goes back to Universal, supposedly in 2023, Mattel will have to compete with the other toy companies to continue to make the brand. But I think they've got a long-term deal with it. So I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. Who knows? Mattel may make enough to buy the rights back. But I think that's why we're seeing so much MOTU in the past few years because they're throwing everything out there to see what sticks and what doesn't. So hopefully we keep getting a bunch of really cool stuff this year. So yeah, there it is, guys. New stuff from MOTU coming out this year. I'm sure there's going to be other stuff pop out as it comes out. I'll go ahead and make some videos on it, and we'll take a look. Appreciate you guys hanging out again with me this afternoon live. You can always follow me over on Facebook. Join the conversation there. Upload pictures of your collections, links to your videos. I would love to see them at Ultra Maximus Reviews on Facebook. You can also find me on Instagram at Ultra Maximus Reviews or Twitter at Ultra__Maximus. And as always, look for more videos in the future.